This is Tier 2 Lesson 5, Factoring by Grouping. So building off of Tier 1, remember if you get stuck on Tier 2, go ahead and look at the notes from Tier 1, but we need to remember factoring by grouping. So we were going to group it, and I want to factor the GCF out of both this term and this term. So what can I divide out of 12 and 21? Well, factors of 12 are 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, and we're back to 4, so there are all of them. So 21 does not divide by 12, 21 does not divide by 6 or 4, so 3. So I'm going to factor a 3 out of both. So 3, so 12 divided by 3 is 4, and 21 divided by 3 is 7. And then I have p cubed, p times p times p, and this is p squared, so I can factor p squared out of both. And I'm left with 1p from this term, and no p's from this term. So there's my GCF factoring. Then I'm going to do the same with this one. Well, factors of 28 and 49. Well, I know 49 is an easy one, because it's 1 and 49, and then we also have 7 and 7, and I think that's it. So 28 does not divide by 49, but 28 does divide by 7, right? 4 times 7. So I'm going to factor a 7 out of both, and I'm left with 28 divided by 7 is 4. I have a p minus 7. And now, just like I wanted, now I can factor out this term. So I can say 4p minus 7, and then this is 3p squared, right? 3p squared times 4p minus 7, and this is 7 times 4p minus 7. So my factors are 4p minus 7, 3p squared plus 7. Well, you can factor a quadratic, remember, not a cubic. This means x squared is the highest degree by grouping as well. So if we want to factor this by grouping, we need to split the middle term. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this 2n squared. I'm going to rewrite this as plus 4n plus 1n, and then plus 2. So this 4n plus 1n is 5n. Now I'm going to do my grouping like I just did in the last one. Well, I could factor a 2 out of both of those, so I would get 2, and I could factor an n out of both of those, and I can get n plus 2. And then this, I could factor 1, so I'd say 1 times n plus 2, right? It's not really doing anything there. So I get n plus 2 times 2n, and n plus 2 times 1, right? 1 times n plus 2 gives me 1n plus 2. So my factors are n plus 2 and 2n plus 1 from up here.